ለመማር ወደ ትምህርት ተቋም መሄድ ግድ አይደለም። ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ
ራሳችሁን ከኮሮና ቫይረስ ወረርሽኝ እየጠበቃችሁ በቤታችሁ ወይም በተመቻችሁ ቦታ በኢንተርኔት አማካኝነት በኦንላይን ትምህርታችሁን መከታተል ትችላላችሁ።
ካናዳ ከሚገኘው ኢንተርናሽናል ኤር ትራንስፖርት አሶሲዬሽን አያታና ከእንግሊዙ ኢንስቲትዩት ኦፍ ኮመርሻል ማኔጅመንት ICM ጋር በመተባበር የሚሰጡ ትምህርቶችን ተከታትላችሁ በ6 ወር ጊዜ በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ ተቀባይነት ያለውን የስልጠና ማስረጃ ባለቤት መሆን ይቻላል።
ልምድ ባላቸው መምህራን እየተማራችሁ ጥያቄና መልስ፣ የክፍል ስራዎች፣ ፈተና መፈተን ክፍል ውስጥ እንዳላችሁት አይነት በኦንላይን ባላችሁበት ቦታ ከናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ
የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ
ሄሎ
ይሰማል ዶክተር?
በጣም ጥሩ። ኦኬ ስለዚህ እንጀምራለን። First, how are you? እንዴት ናችሁ? Hello? How is the stay at home?
We are fine, doctor.
Okay, I think everything is going well. Yes or no?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. ምናልባት ያው ሀሳብ ሲኖራችሁ በማከል ሪፍሌክት ለማድረግ ስትፈልጉ ብቻ ሚዩት አድርጉት። ከዛ ውጭ ሚዩት አድርጉትና ድምጽ ከኋላ እንዳይረብሸን። በዛ መልኩ እንቀጥላለን። ኦኬ ሀሳብ ሲኖራችሁ ብቻ የሆነ ሪፍሌክት የምታደርጉት ነገር ወይ የምትጠይቁኝ ወይም የምታነሱት ሀሳብ ሲኖር ብቻ Okay, so today we'll say the first chapter, which is about human resource management. We'll see then human resource management as an overview. So first we'll see what is management, what is human resource, what is human resource management, what is strategic human resource management, what is the difference and similarity between strategic human resource management and human resource management. So we'll directly go to what is management. I think already took the course management theory and practice, yes or no? Yes. So if you have took the course management theory and practice, so already you know about that is what is management. So this highlight that's what is management. Most of the time, when you have seen that the meaning and definition of management, most of scholar or individuals defined management. Management is a process of planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. But it does not mean management like this. It is a traditional meaning of management. It is a literal meaning of management. But when I say management, in general, management is a process. Management is a process. But which types of process? As you know, that there are different types of process. There are different types of process. Which means when I say process means it has input, it has that is what? A process and also it has an output. So management is one of the process. Okay. What is it? Okay. Okay. Gatal, is someone? Yes, say something.
Isamal, doctor.
Okay, so management is a process. Which types of process? The process of efficiently and effectively achieving objective of an organization or mission of an organization, vision of an organization, activity of an organization is known as management. So management is a process of effectively and efficiently. First, we'll see what is efficiency and what is effectiveness. When you are effective, when you are efficient. When? Much are efficient, much are effective. When you have to say I am efficient, when you have to say I am effective. Today you are efficient or effective? Anyone? Today you are effective or efficient? Which one? When you have to say that is I'm efficient. When you have to say I'm effective. When? Which means that is what? Efficiency and effectiveness are different. Most of the time we have used the two terms interchangeably as synonymous words, but they are different. So what is efficiency and what is effectiveness? When I say management, management is the process of effectively and efficiently achieving objective of an organization. Goal of an organization, mission of an organization, vision of an organization. We'll see then the difference also, the mission, vision, goal, and objectives. First, then what is the the difference between efficiency and effectiveness? How we define efficiency, how we define effectiveness. What is the difference and similarity between the two? When you are efficient and when you are effective. መቼ ነው efficient ነን የምትሉት? ምን ስታደርጉ ነው efficient ነን የምትሉት? ምን ሲሆን ነው effective ነን የምትሉት? Yes? Say something. Yes?
Can I proceed, doctor?
ድምጻችሁን እስኪ በዛው አሰሙ። መቼ ነው effective የምትሆኑት? መቼ ነው efficient የምትሆኑት? Here management is the process of efficiently and effectively achieve objective of organization. So what is efficiency and what is effectiveness? How we defined efficiency and how you defined effectiveness. When you are effective, when you are efficient. Say something.
Okay, can I proceed, doctor?
Yes, possible.
All right. As you said before, most of the time manager use the word interchangeably, but efficiency and effectiveness is
Yes.
So effectiveness. Let me start from the similarity. The similarity is in management, both are achieving their goal. When they goal, we can say they are efficient or effective. But the difference is effectiveness is using all the resources. We are using all the resources to achieve our goal. But when we say efficiency, which is using our resource wisely, which means being cost effective. So their similarity is both are achieving their goal, but the difference is effectiveness is we are using all the resources. It might be financial or human, but toward this effective efficiency, we are using limited resource without compromising the quality. Thank you.
Okay. So from this
Can I come in, doctor?
today, you are effective or efficient? ከዚህ አስፔክት ዛሬ አንተ effective ነበርክ efficient ነበርክ?
In which perspective? Common perspective.
From your definition aspect, today you are effective or efficient?
Efficient.
Efficient. What about others?
Can I come in, doctor?
Yes.
It's Santaya.
Okay.
In my view, if doing things efficiently means doing the things right, in the right way.
Yes.
When I say I am effective, I am saying I am doing the right thing. So the two things are different for me.
Yes.
Doing things the right way and doing the right thing. I think that's the difference between the two concepts. Of course, there is
correct.
We use them in a similar way.
Yes, most of the time we have used the two terms interchangeably as a method. Sometimes we have to say efficiency and another place we have to say effectiveness. When I'm saying efficiency measured by outputs or outcome. You know the difference also between outcome and outputs and impact. Yes?
Can I add something, doctor?
Yes.
Hello, doctor. Can I add something in here? In case when we talk about effectiveness, we are talking about goal attainment. At the end of the day, we have to have a goal. we need to attain it, so that our day-to-day activity need to be incorporated with that goal. When we talk about efficiency, it's all the day must be right enough. Meaning, as already Seleshi has said it, doing things right daily, moment-to-moment experience. However, or it might be quality of day-to-day activities. However, when we talk about our goal, the whole vision, we are talking about effectiveness towards that goal. Therefore, these two words are different enough. That the effectiveness talks about the goal attainment. However, that efficiency talks about our being productivity, day-to-day productivity, day-to-day quality, being quality of our activities, or being right in our moment-to-moment experience. Thank you very much.
Yes, so which means efficiency measured at the end, in terms of quality, in terms of achievement, in terms of accomplishment. But when I say effectiveness can be measured in a progress. If you use time properly, if you use your resource properly, you are effective. If you produce a quality product or item, if you score a best grade, that you are what? Efficient. So whether you are efficient or not, then we can measure at the end. That based on that is what? Output, based on your result, based on your achievement, based on your, that is what? Score. When I say effectiveness measured in a progress. If you use your time properly, if you use time, the resource properly, as per the plan, then you are what? Effective. So efficiency is measured by outputs, or it measured at the end, then effectiveness measured in progress. So when I'm saying management, so management is the process of effectively and efficiently achieving objective of an organization, goal of an organization, mission of an organization, vision of an organization. What does it mean? What is the difference and similarity between objective and goal? Here also, the two terms most of the time we have used interchangeably as synonymous words. Sometimes we have said that is what? Goal. In other days, then we have said what? Objective. Are they similar? Objective and goal? Then if you have to say that is are different, what is the difference between goal and objective? As students, in your personal life, you may have goal, but as a student, what is your desired goal? And also we'll see based on that, what is your objective? First of all, that is what is your goal as students, not as in your personal life. As a student, what is your goal? What is your goal as a student? Yes? What is your goal as a student? Yes? You have goal? Do you have goal? Yes or no? Yes? Abid? Isam Alab? Yes?
Okay.
What is your
Okay.
desired goal as students?
Okay. Just goals are broad enough. Even
Yes.
the objectives are. Too many objectives brings or leads us to broad goals, or broad is broader than. However, the objectives are just follows the SMART laws, meaning just being specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound rules we need to follow. When we talk about objectives, we need to incorporate these things, or SMART or smarter rule. However, when we talk about goals, they are broad enough. For example, accomplishing something within 3 years. So that we have to have a yearly objective. I think this one
Yes.
this is
So
in my
from this
opinion.
point of view, or from this aspect, what is your desired goal as students? As students, what is your desired goal? Your desired goal may be what? Master's degree in business administration, master's degree, or maybe another field. When you are then what? Measured, whether it is achieved or not, after 2 years or 3 years. When I say objective, as students, your objective may be what? Score best result or grade. When? Whether it is achieved or not, you can measure at the end of what? The semester. Which means objective is more specific than or narrow than what? Goal. Goal is broad than objective. Which means objective accomplished by what? Objective. Objective accomplished by what? Activity. Activity accomplished by what? Program. Program accomplished by what? Schedule. So the whole process, accomplishment of all this process is known as management. How? By allocating a resource. Which types of resource? Different types of resource. There are majorly there are 3 types of resource: capital, human, and then what? Material or in kind. So the process of accomplish all these things is known as management. Then what is also that is vision? What is mission? Then most of the time also here we have them used in different ways, but vision is broader than what? Mission. Mission is purpose of an organization. Why that business established? For what business that business starts function? Then when let's say one of the hospital, when it's established as hospital, for what purpose? That is mission of an organization. The future image of that organization, the future image of an individual in his personal life or in all aspects, that is what? Vision. So vision is broader than mission, then what? Goal, then what? Objective, then activity, then program and schedule. So the process of accomplish all these things effectively and efficiently by allocating different resources known as management. So management, it does not mean the process of planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. Why we plan, why we organize, why we staff, why we lead? To accomplish all these things properly. So management is the process of accomplish efficiently and effectively objective of organization, mission of organization, vision of organization, goal of an organization. How? Through what? Planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. They are known as also what? Managerial function, managerial tasks, managerial roles. That means it doesn't, that's planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling is not the definition and meaning of management. They are managerial function. They are a means to achieve a mission or vision of an organization effectively and efficiently. The process of accomplish or achieve all the things is what? Management. So management, in other words, is a process of getting things done with people, through people. Which means what? For accomplish all the things effectively and efficiently, the key one is what? Human resource. Human resource. Human resource is the key resource. But what is human resource? When I say human resource, that means that is the physical value of an individual, when he's tall, when he's fat, when he's thin. Then can be determined that is whether he or she is qualified, whether he is a skilled human power or not. How we measure it. What does mean human resource? Then when you have them here, management is the process of effectively and efficiently achieving objective of an organization through planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling with people through people. So people is key resource for success of particular organization. Not only success of an organization, maybe then what? The cause of failure also. የሆነ መስሪያ ቤት ምናልባት አይታችሁ ከሆነ የሆነ ቦታ ላይ አንድ መስሪያ ቤት ሄጄ ምንድነው ያለው የኮንስትራክሽን ካምፓኒ ድርጅት ነው። ልክ ስትገቡ ገና ወደ ግቢው ቢሮው ላይ እኔ ባሉኝ ማሽኖች፣ ባለኝ ሀብት፣ ባለኝ ማቴሪያል አልኮራም፣ እኔ የምኮራው በእናንተ ነው የሚል በትልቁ የተጻፈ እንደ ሚሽን እና ቪዥን በየተቋሙ እንደሚለጠፈው አይነት በትልቁ ተሰቅሎ ታዩታላችሁ። ምናልባት እዛ ድርጅት ሄዳችሁ የምታውቁ ከሆነ so that is what which means ምን ማለት ነው? ከሚያስፈልጉ ሀብቶች ውስጥ ዋናው ሀብት ምንድነው? የሰው ሀብት ነው። the key one is what? Human resource. But what is human resource? ለምሳሌ when we go to that is football ወደ ፉትቦል ስንሄድ እነ ሜሲ እነ ክርስቲያኖ ይሸጣሉ። ምንድን ነው የሚሸጠው? ምኑ ነው ገንዘብ ያወጣው? አጭር ስለሆነ ሜሲ ረጅም ስለሆነ ምናምን ስለሆነ or physical body. What does mean human resource? Human resource means it does not mean the physical body of an individual, rather than what? It is required skill, required talent, required aptitude, required competency, required creativity, ability is what? Human resource. If all the things are available, we can say that what? There is what? Qualified human resource, and that is what? Skilled manpower. All the things may not be available, then what? That human resource is unskilled. So we have to say here, let's say we'll see, according to Leon Maxson, human resource means a knowledge, a skill, creative ability, talent, and aptitude obtained in the population. Yes, ሰው ሀብት ነው የምንለው ሀብትነቱ ፊዚካል በዲው አይደለም። በውስጡ ያለው ክሬቲቪቲ፣ ኤቢሊቲ፣ ታለንቱ፣ አፕቲቲዩድ፣ ኮምፒተንሲ፣ ስኪል፣ ኖሌጁ እንጂ ሰውየው በራሱ አይደለም። ሂውማን ሪሶርስ የምንለው በሰዎች ውስጥ ያለውን ስኪል፣ ኖሌጅ፣ ክሬቲቭ ኤቢሊቲ፣ ታለንት ኤንድ አፕቲቲዩድ ነው። ሰው ኪ የሆነ ሪሶርስ ነው የምንለው። I think you know all the terms knowledge, skill, creative ability. Then we'll see something about that is creativity. I think other things are clear. What is creativity? What is creativity? I know creativity. Yes? Creativity below የሚያክሰው የለም? creativity የሚባለውን ተርም እስኪ ተናግሮ የማያክሰው አረነ creativity ብያላቅም የሚል ሰው አለ? What is creativity? Anyone? What is creativity? Creativity, ability. Creativity, thinking, or innovation. What is the difference? What does mean creativity? Yes? Okay. Say something. You want to ask you about? No creativity?
Creativity, bringing.
You know about knowledge, you know about the skill, you know about talent and aptitude. But what is creativity? Yes?
Bringing some concept into existence or into physical term, I think. Bringing some kind of concept or conceptual idea into existence.
Okay. So what is the difference between aptitude from this aspect? From this point of view? Creativity. Creativity means ability. Which types of ability? Ability to look things a new way, or ability to look the world in a new way. That differs from the previous one. Is known as the person who has such types of ability is known as creative. What is the starting point of creative also? Where it comes? Creativity means that is what? Ability to look things a new way, a new direction. Where it comes? It maybe comes from opening, thinking, feeling. When that is what? Where that is thinking, opening comes. When you feel, when you think, when you develop, that is what? Opening. Where this comes? This are coming from, that is what? From awareness, from our activity, from that is what? Our action. If you do something, then what? At that time, that is what? Your mind is click something. That means you start to, then what? Develop feeling, opening, thoughts. When it's developed, it becomes what? Idea. When idea pass through the thinker's mind, it becomes what? Product. When we change it, this new idea, new concept, new then what? Understanding or way of thinking or way of looking when changed into a visible or as a product, as a process, as a system, that is what? Innovation. Which means that is what? Creativity is not visible. Creativity is in mind, in human mind. We can't touch, we can't observe, we can't, then what? Looking by our eye contact. When you change it into a visible, that can be, then what? Watch, that can be touched as a process, as a system, as a product, that is what? Innovation. But then we have different types of innovation. There are, majorly, there are 4 types of innovation: architectural innovation, incremental innovation, modular innovation, and architectural innovation, or invention, if it is innovated for the first time, if it is fundamental innovation. So የሆነ ነገር እናያለን ወይ እናነባለን ወይ ቴሌቪዥን እናያለን ወይ ሬዲዮ እናዳምጣለን ወይም የሆነ ጋዜጣ ምናምን ስናነብ የሆነ ነገር ማይንዳችን ላይ ክሊክ ያደርጋል። ስለዚህ ምን ፈጠረ ምን አለ ማለት ነው? ቲንኪንግ አለ፣ ኦፒኒየን አለ፣ ፊሊንግ አለ። ያ ፊሊንግ ሲያድግ ምን ይሆናል? አይዲያ ይሆናል። አይዲያው የተለየ ከሆነ በአዲስ ነገር ነገሮችን በአዲስ የማየት ጥበብ ማለት ነው። ክሬቲቪቲ ነገሮችን በአዲስ ሰዎች ባላዩት መንገድ የማየት ጥበብ፣ ያንን ደግሞ ወደሚታይ ነገር ሌሎች እንዲያውት አድርገን ስናመጣው that is innovation. either add something አድርገን ወይም refine አድርገን ወይም for the first time ሊሆን ይችላል ወይም then architectural ሊሆን ይችላል either modular ሊሆን ይችላል. So all these things are known as human resource. So human resource means inherent ability, acquired knowledge, skills as exemplified in the talent and aptitude of employees. When I'm saying that is what? Human resource, according to Harbison, human resource is energy, skill, talent, knowledge of people, which potentially can and should be applied to production of goods and service. It has different naming. Then sometimes I would say that is personnel, and also we have to say that is people at work, and manpower, and also staff and employees. All these are human resource. That's the name of that is human resource. It differs from then organization to organization, situation to the situation, then country to in some organization. Some they have to say that is personnel. In other organization, people at work. In other organization, manpower and the staff. Most of the time, I have to say staff and employees. All these are the same. All these are the same. The only difference is naming. Okay, shall we continue? Is clear? Yes? So success of an organization depends very much on the quality of its human resource, because earlier we have said what? Human is key resource for success of particular organization. So success of an organization depends on very much of the quality of its human resource. The people should be treated as beings, as a resource and asset, not that what? As a machine. When I see the reality when you go to in different organizations, especially private organizations, they look their own employees as a machine, not asset, not as a resource. But human is key resource. Because which means what? Success could not be possible without what? Human resource. If the organization may have capital, if the organization may have that is what? Different material, it is success could be impossible without what? Human resource. So human resource is the key one. Success of an organization, failure of an organization, and most of the time is not depend by capital or that is what material, but that is what is depend by human resource. So human resource is a key resource. Human resource is a key resource. Okay, so we'll continue. That is the next one is we'll see human resource management. Earlier, already you have said about that is what, or what is management and what is human resource. Then when we come here, we'll say about what is human resource management? Simply, we have to say here human resource management means apply or use all managerial concept or management concept in human resource to make it what? Qualified, to make it what? Productive, to make it what? Then what? Effective and efficient is known as human resource management. So here, this is also the process. Beginning, let's say management is a process. Here also human resource management also the process. Which type of process? A process of hearing and developing employees so that they become more valuable to an organization. That is what human resource management is. It make human resource then what? Valuable or important to an organization. Because earlier I say what? Success of an organization depend on a key resource. Which one? The key resource? Human. So that is what it includes conducting job analysis. What is job analysis? We'll see. Planning or human resource planning. What does mean it? We'll see. Recruiting. What is recruiting? So which one also we'll see. Right people for jobs. Orienting, inducting, training, developing, managing, or performance appraisal. All these are known as then doing all the things properly is known as human resource management. Doing all the things properly is known as human resource. Why? To make human resource valuable to an organization, important to an organization. So human resource management, it is the recruitment, selection, development, utilization, compensation, motivation of human resource by an organization. All these elements, all these are known as element of human resource management. All these are component of human resource management. Doing all the things properly is known as human resource management. How? So with applying management concepts. Management principle, because management has its own principle. Management, it has its own framework. Management, it has its own procedure. Management, it has its own technique. Because of that, we have to say what? Management is art and management is science. When I say science, what does it mean science? What does it mean science? When I say science, it means when you use scientific method. When you use systematic method, at that time we have to say what? Art. Let's say, when you read this handout or this PowerPoint or PPT, you have used different technique, different procedure, different than what? Steps or sequence. Which means you have to use what? To study your handout or PPT, you have to use what? Systematic method, no scientific method. Let's say, I will maybe give that is what? Mathematical calculation, ISQ, please find the solution to this problem. At that time, everybody you have to follow the same procedure, the same step, because mathematics is science, because it has some clear step and procedures. So management is both art and science. Why? Because we have used both techniques, systematic and scientific. Let's say when one of the, as you know, managers have three major roles. Decision role, interpersonal role, and informational role. Especially when I think that is what? Decision role, the manager when you make a decision, he or she follow decision-making procedure or technique. At the end, he or she then adds his or her judgment. When he or she follows, that is the procedure or the step of decision-making, at that time that is with what? Systematic method. At the end, when he or she adds the judgment, then at that time they use what? Systematic method. Because of that, management is both art and science. So human resource management is a process of hearing and developing employees. They become that is valuable to an organization. By applying all management concept, management principle, management practice, because management is international field of study. Why is it international field of study? Because the principle of management, practice of management, theory of management, let's say when I was in planning, the technique of the planning, the concept of planning, the procedure of planning is the same in all over the world. Whether we are Chinese or whether in Africa, whether in America, all concepts, all procedure, all things are the same. So because of that, management is international field of study. Let's say nowadays, we have used that is what? One of the management tools, techniques for planning purpose, which is what? BSC. So the concept of BSC is the same in over the world. The step or the procedure of BSC is the same. Whether that is the large organization, a small organization, big organization, whether the organization is a developed country or developing country, all concepts are the same. All concepts are the same. So because of that, management is international. Management is international field of study. Let's say, ለምሳሌ አሜሪካ ውስጥ በቢዝነስ ሴክተሩ ሲመራ የነበረ በጣም ታዋቂ ማኔጀር ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ መስቶ ማንኛውንም ተቋም ማኔጀር የመሆን ምን ይችላል የመሆን እድሉ አቅሙም ይኖረዋል። ቢኮዝ አሜሪካ ውስጥ ያለ የማኔጅመንት ኮንሴፕት እና ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ያለው የማኔጅመንት ኮንሴፕት አይለያይም። በጤናም ዘርፍ እንደዛው ለምሳሌ አንድ የጤና ባለሙያዎች አሁን ከውጭ መጥተው ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ህክምና ይሰጣሉ። እንደውም ከዚህ ሀገር መጡ፣ ከኮሪያ መጡ፣ ከምናምን መጡ ይባላል ህክምና። ቢኮዝ ምን ስለሆነ ሳይንስ ስለሆነ፣ ፕሮሲጀሩ ዘ ሴም ስለሆነ፣ ቴክኒኩ ዘ ሴም ስለሆነ፣ ኮንሴፕቱ ዘ ሴም ስለሆነ ኦል ቲንግስ አር ዘ ሴም ዘን ዛት ኢዝ ዋት ሳይንስ። አርት የምንለው ግን ዛት ኢዝ ዋት ዘ ቴክኒክ ኦር ዘ ፕሮሲጀር ኦር ቲንግስ አር ዲፈረንት። ሌትስ ሴይ when it goes to ሙዚሻኖች ለምሳሌ ስክሪፕቱን በሚያጠኑበት ሰዓት አንዳንዱ እጁን ይጠቀማል፣ አንዳንዱ እግሩን ይቆጥራል፣ አንዳንዱ የተለያየ ቴክኒክ ይጠቀማሉ ስክሪፕቱን ለማጥናት። that is what art. ስለዚህ whether it is art or science or systematic or scientific methodology በመጠቀም human resources valuable ማድረግ ለተቋሙ ወይም ኢምፖርታንት ማድረግ ለተቋሙ that is human resource management. human resource ማለት ምን ማለት ነው ብለናል? human resource ማለት የሰውየው አካል ሳይሆን በሰውየው ውስጥ ያለው ዕውቀት፣ ክህሎት፣ አመለካከት፣ ችሎታ ብለናል። ስለዚህ ይሄንን ደግሞ ለተቋሙ ጠቃሚ እንዲሆን ማስቻልና ማድረግ that is human resource management. human resource So human resource management refers to the practice and policy somebody needs to carry out the personnel aspect of his or her management job, specifically acquiring training, appraising, rewarding, providing a safe, ethical and fair environment for his or her company's employees is known as human resource management. So human resource management is a planning, organizing, directing, controlling, procuring, developing, compensation, integration, maintenance, and separation of human resources to the end of the individual and social objectives are accomplished is known as human resource management. We'll see one by one. What is job analysis? What is human resource planning? What is recruiting? What is selection? What are the procedure of selection? What is orientation? What is induction? What is performance appraisal? What is compensation? What is what separation? We'll see all this element of human resource management one by one in the next chapter. Doing all the things properly is known as human resource management. Human resource element የምንላቸው job analysis, human resource planning, recruitment, selection, induction, orientation, training, development, performance appraisal, compensation, separation. እነኝን በአግባቡ መከወን that is known as human resource management. How? Through applying management concept, management principle, management techniques is known as human resource management. So we'll see that is the importance of human resource management. We'll see importance of human resource management. We'll see major importance of human resource management. Human resource management, it has many of importance. So here we'll see major importance of human resource management. The first one is it helps management in the preparation, adaptation, and continuing evaluation of personnel program and policy. Preparation and adaptation. What is adaptation? What is the difference between adaptation and adoption? Adaptation and adoption, especially from the technology aspect. What is the difference? Adoption and adoption? እስኪ በማዕከል በዛው እስኪ መኖራቸውን ለማረጋገጥ. What's the difference between adoption and adoption? Whether you are with me or not. አላችሁ ወይስ የላችሁ? አቤት
አለን
አላችሁ? እስኪ መኖራችሁን ለማረጋገጥ እስኪ አዶፕሽን እና አዳፕሽን ምንድን ነው ልዩነታቸው? አዳፕሽን እና አዶፕሽን
ልቀጥል። adoption means taking as it is.
Okay.
Adapting means synchronizing with our system.
Adopt እያደረግነው ነው.
Yeah, sorry.
ሞባይልን አሁን በእኛ ሀገር ኮንቴክስት አዶፕት ነው አዳፕት ነው እያደረግን ያለ ነው?
adopt እያደረግን ነው።
Adopt እያደረግን ነው. What about adoption?
Adoption is synchronizing with our existing system, making some changes and able to make it comfortable with our business or with our solution.
Okay.
So in case of adoption, we'll not made any changes. We simply accept as it is. In case of adoption, we will modify some of its workings and something. Yeah, we will modify or customize. Yeah.
So from this aspect, now it is in our country we adopt the technology, especially cell phone, or adopt.
I think we are adopting.
Technology now
we simply accept,
especially mobile and adopt no adapt no እያደረግን ያለ ነው. ቴክኖ ለምሳሌ ቴክኖ
ሶሪ
ምን ይላል? adapt ነው adopt ነው?
ሶሪ ሁለቱንም ነገር እያደረግን ይመስለኛል.
Yes.
I think we are doing both. For example, in some of we are doing both regarding to cell phone because, for example, we are just.
Hello? ኑርዬ ሄሎ ሰው ሀሳብ ለማቅረብ እጁን አውጥቶ ነበር ጠፋችሁ? Okay, so anyways we'll see importance of human resource management. One of the importance of human resource management is help management or manager in the time of preparation, in the time of adoption, in the time of continuing evolution of personnel programs and policy. Then it supplies skilled workers through scientific selection process. It supplies skilled or qualified workers through scientific selection. Why not systematic? Because it is difficult to do that as well. then get that is qualified and skilled worker. It's better to use what? Systematic, scientific method. Then which have what? Clear procedure, clear technique, clear, then what? Secrets. So it ensures a maximum benefit out of expenditure or training and development and appreciates the human assets. To ensure the maximum benefits, because when we provide training and development, we incur cost. Maybe time, it may be cash, it may be that is what? Effort or other types of resource. To get what? A return. So if we not use that is what? This human resource effectively and efficiently, if you may not use properly, then that's simply what? Waste. That means we can maximize that is what? The return from training and development which is given to our employees. So one of the importance of human resource management is to ensure a maximum benefit or return or income out of expenditure on training and development. What is training? What is development? What is the similarity and difference between training and development? We'll see. That is down chapter, so we'll see. So another importance of human resource management, it prepares worker according to change need of industry and environment. When I say industry, environment, that is change. Always that is what? Customer preference, customer choice also change day to day. So which means what? It needs to go with that change. How we go that is what? With that change. When you that is what? Put qualified and skilled human powers. With that change. With that industry, that is what? Improvements. Nowadays, the world is coming in one village, globalization is coming, which means the competition is high. At the same time, customer preference, customer choice is changing. To come up with that is what? Change, then it's better to that is what? Put qualified human resource. So one of the importance of human resource management, it helps to prepare worker according to changing need of industry, because changes that is part of our life. Everything is changed, except the change itself. Everything is changed, except the change itself. ሁሉም ነገር ይቀየራል። የማይቀየረው ምንድነው? የማይቀየረው ለውጥ ራሱ ብቻ ነው። ሁሉም ነገር ይለወጣል። ስለዚህ ምን ይፈልጋል? ከለውጡ ጋር አብሮ የሚሄድ ሰራተኛ ይፈልጋል። ስለዚህ እንዴት ነው ከለውጡ ጋር የሚሄድ ሰራተኛ የምናደርገው? ማኔጅመንትን ኮንሴፕት ቲዮሪ ፕሪንሲፕል ሂውማን ሪሶርስ ላይ በአግባቡ ስንጠቀመው ወይም ስንተገብረው ምን እናደርጋለን? ወርከሩን ወይም ሰራተኛውን ፕሪፔር እናደርገዋለን፣ እናዘጋጀዋለን ከዚህ ከለውጡ ጋር አብሮ የሚሄድ ሰዎች ፍላጎት፣ የሰዎች ምርጫ፣ የሰው ኢንዱስትሪው ያልቃል። ለሆቴል ኢንዱስትሪን ብንወስድ ሆቴል ኢንዱስትሪው ናውዴይስ ስናየው በጣም ዘመናዊ ነው፣ ኮምፕሌክስ ነው። ስለዚህ ድሮ ለሳይ አዲስ አበባ የነበሩ ሆቴሎች አሁን ካሉ ሆቴሎች ጋር ኮምፒት ማድረግ አይችሉም። ቢኮዝ ኢንዱስትሪው ሞደርናይዝ ሆኗል፣ ኮምፕሌክስ ሆኗል። ስለዚህ ምን ይፈልጋል? ራሳቸውን መቀየር ይፈልጋል፣ ወይም ኢነፍ ኮምፒታንት የሆኑ ኤምፕሎይዎች ሊኖራቸው ይገባል። ስለዚህ ሂውማን ሪሶርስ ማኔጅመንት አንዱ ጠቀሜታው ከለውጥ ጋር አብሮ የሚሄድ ወይም የለውጥ ሐዋርያ ነው የምንለው ቼንጅ ኤጀንት የሆኑ ወርከሮችን ለማምጣት ይጠቅመናል። which is one of the importance of human resource management. Another one is it motivates workers and upgrade them so as to enable them accomplish the organizational goals. To motivate them, to encourage them, to initiate them. Because what? Motivated employees have a willingness to exert their own time, their own energy, their own effort toward this accomplishment of organizational goal objective. Demotivated workers may not be exert their own effort, their own energy, their own time toward this accomplishment of organizational goal objectives. So one of the importance of human resource management is to motivate the worker, to inspire them, to encourage them. Then what? In order to improve their own willingness, because that is motivated, employees have a willingness to exert their own effort, their own energies, their own time, their own, then what? All things towards accomplishment of organizational goal or objective accomplishments. Through innovation and experimentation, the field of personnel, it helps in reducing costs and helping increasing productivity. Which means what? By reducing costs, in order to increase what? The productivity. How reduce cost? How increase or improve productivity? How reduce costs? Which means if we have, that is what? Best job analysis, if we have best job human resource planning, if you have, then what? If you do that is human recruitment properly, if you do that is what? Selection properly, then we'll have what? Then if we have a skilled human resource and qualified human resource, we may not be incur much cost for training purpose, induction and orientation and development. Then what? We can minimize or reduce what? Costs. And also we can increase what? Productivity, which is another important human resource management. Another one is it contributes a lot in restoring industrial harmony and healthy employer-employee relation, which means to create what? A smooth relationship among a member in the organization. Whether maybe that is between employees with employees, employees with employer, and top management with the middle with role, lower with frontline employees, to make a smooth relationship. Or to create conducive environment in the organization. If there is a conducive environment organization, we can then what? Increase employees' motivation. Then which means what? They can get that is what? Job satisfaction from their job. The manager besides what? Then job is boring. ለምሳሌ when I say most of the time ተማሪ ምን ይላል? Learning is burning ይላል። ምን ሲሆን ነው? አስተማሪው ሞር ሞቲቬት የሚያደርገው ከሆነ ኢንከሬጅ የሚያደርገው ከሆነ ኢንስፓየር የሚያደርገው ከሆነ learning is not burning አይደለም። ስለዚህ ሰራተኛችንንም ስሙዝ ኢንቫይሮንመንት መፍጠር ከቻል then conducive environment መፍጠር ከቻል ሰዎች ከስራቸው satisfaction ያገኛሉ, which means there is what? Job satisfaction ይኖራል። I think but job satisfaction and job dissatisfaction rates from different set of factors, which means the absence of one, it doesn't mean the presence of the other, because the two are raised from different factors. Let's say ለምሳሌ አንድ ሰው ደስተኛ ነው ማለት ደስተኛ አልሆነም ማለት አንችልም። ደስተኛ አልሆነም ማለት ደግሞ ደስተኛ ነው ማለት አንችልም። They raise from different set of factors. Dissatisfaction የሚፈጥሩ ፋክተሮች እና ሳቲስፋክሽን የሚፈጥሩ ፋክተሮች የተለያዩ ናቸው። እንደውም እንደማሳያ ምን ይጠቀማሉ? ሰለሪ ለምሳሌ ሁለት ሰዎች ቢኖሩ በአንድ ተቋም ውስጥ አንዱ ሰለሪው ጥሩ ነው 30,000 ወይ 40,000 ሊከፈለው እስከ 70,000 80,000 ሊከፈለው ይችላል። አንዱ ደግሞ 5,000 እና ምናምን ሊከፈለው፣ የትኛው ነው ትጉ ሰራተኛ? የትኛው ነው ተግቶ የሚሰራው? which one is hard worker? የትኛው ነው ሞር የሚሰራው? yes የ40,000 ብር ተከፋዩ ነው የ5,000 ብር ተከፋዩ ነው then motivated የሆነው workers? which one? yes የትኛው ነው?
40,000 ነው ሰር።
የትኛው ነው ሞቲቬትድ ወርከር? 30,000 ደሞዝተኛ ወይስ 5,000 ደሞዝተኛ?
I think 30,000
yes
30,000
የትኛው ነው?
ከፍተኛ ተከፋይና ያው ዝቅተኛ ተከፋይ ነው።
እሺ ማነው ሞቲቬት የሚሆነው? የትኛው ነው ሃይሊ ሞቲቬት? በጣም የሻይ ሰዓት የለም፣ የምሳ ሰዓት የለም፣ የምናምን ሰዓት የለም፣ ጠዋት ሰዓት ገና ነው ምናምን እያለ ሰዓቱን ሳይቆጥብ የሚሰራው የትኛው ነው?
ሄሎ ዶክተር።
yes ይሰማል።
እሺ በስራ መደቡ ተመሳሳይነት ላይ ይወሰናል። በተመሳሳይ መደብ የተለያየ ክፍያ የሚከፈላቸው የምናነጻጽር ከሆነ ከፍተኛ ተከፋዩ የበለጠ ሞቲቬትድ ይሆናል። በተለያዩ መደቦች ላይ ከሆነ ግን ከፍተኛ ተከፋይ መሆን በራሱ ብቻ አይደለም ሞቲቬት የሚያደርገው
yes
የሚል አቋም ነው ያለኝ።
okay what about others okay what about others yes
okay may I
come in ከፍተኛ ተከፋይ የሆኑ ሰራተኞች ብዙ ጊዜ ሞቲቬትድ ናቸው።
okay are you sure
sorry
are you sure they are
motivated ናቸው ያ ግን they are not satisfied ናቸው ማለት አንችልም።
but they are motivated yes
hopefully
okay
ኮጀስ አንጻራዊ ስለሆነ ማለት ነው።
okay
ከዝቅተኛ
የሁለቱም የሳቲስፋክሽን እና ዲሳቲስፋክሽን የሚያመጡ ፋክተሮች አሉ ኖርማሊ የሄርዝበርግ ቲዮሪ ያለና የሄርዝበርግ ካሁን በፊት የተማርነው ቲዮሪ ነበር ኖርማሊ
ሃይጂን ፋክተር እና
ሄጅን ፋክተር እና የሞቲቬሽን ፋክተሮቹ ያው ሞቲቬት ሪኮግኒሽን ለምሳሌ ቤስት ኤንድ ሞቲቬቲንግ ፋክተር ነው። ፕሮሞሽን እዛው ድርጅት ውስጥ ያለው ፕሮሞሽን ሲስተም ሌላ ሚኒንግለስ ኦፍ ዘ ወርክ እነዚህ ነገሮችና ሌሎች ተመሳሳይ ነገሮችን just motivated someone than the salary one ማለት ነው። ሳላሪ አፌክት የሚያደርገው for the sake of existence and ሌሎች እንትኖች ሄጅን ፋክተሮች ደግሞ ሌሎች ናቸው። ስለዚህ ይለያል ነው በተለየ መልኩ ነው የምናያቸው። they are not opposites ነው in the real time or in the real existence እንመጣ ሁለቱም ፋክተሮች they are not opposites. We were thinking
so salary is the source of satisfaction or dissatisfaction.
Dissatisfaction.
Salary. Yeah. The source of satisfaction.
Source of
satisfaction.
It's a factor for existence. Just if it is enough for existence, if it's for the sake of existence. It will have is not motivate. It doesn't. Its motivation factor is less than those recognition, meaningfulness of the work, and promotion activities.
Okay. So ስለዚህ የሁለቱን ብንመለከት የ30,000 5,000 ወይም የ10,000 እና የ5,000 ደሞዝተኛ ብንመለከት ለምሳሌ የ20,000 ደሞዝተኛ ወደ መስሪያ ቤት ሲመጣ ሰው ሁሉ በሙሉ መጣ እጭ ወይም የሚባል በእኛ ኮንቴክስት አለ አይደል ምንድነው የሚባለው ትክክለኛ ቃል ይሁን አላውቅም እጭ የሚባል ነገር አለ መጣች አይነት ነገር ዘን የ5,000 ደሞዝተኛው ደግሞ ሰው ሁሉ ሲመጣና ሲሄድ ፈገግታ የሚያሳየው ከሆነ ሪኮግናይዝ የሚያደርገው ከሆነ ሪስፔክት የሚያደርገው ከሆነ then this person is highly motivated to do day and night to do more and more. ስለዚህ ከፍተኛ ተከፋይ ቢሆንም ሪስፔክት ከሌለው ዘን ሪኮግኒሽን ከሌለው ቢችል እንደው ከስራ ቦታ ሰው እንዳያየው ሰው በቃ የሆነ ትችት እንዳያቀርብበት በተቻለ መጠን ምን ለማድረግ ኦፍ ለመሆን ነው እንደውም የሚፈልገው absent ለመሆን ነው የሚፈልገው which means salary it may not be the cause of satisfaction or motivation but it may be the cause of what dissatisfaction. Let's say ለምሳሌ በእኛ ሀገር ኮንቴክስት አርቲስቶች ብዙ ጊዜ ምንድነው የሚሉት ሀብታችን ህዝቡ ነው አይደለም የሚሉት ሀብታችን ህዝቡ ነው ብር ሲጠየቁ ብር ብዙ ጊዜ የለንም ይላሉ but they are highly motivated because በሚዲያ በመናምን በተለያየ ሰው ሲንቀሳቀሱ ሪኮግኒሽን አላቸው ሪስፔክት ይደረጋሉ። ስለዚህ ምን ያደርጋሉ አሁንም የተሻለ ነገር አዲስ ዘፈን አዲስ ፊልም አዲስ የሆነ ነገር ይዘው ለማምጣት ብዙ ይተጋሉ which means salary it may not be the cause or the source of motivation but it may be create dissatisfaction because ምንም እንኳን የኢትዮጵያ ህዝብ በሙሉ ሀብታችን ነው ብለው እውቅና ስላላቸው ክብር ስላላቸው ዝና ስላላቸው ብዙ ቢሰሩም ወደ ቤታቸው ሲመለሱ ግን ሰው መኪና የተሻለ መኪና ሲይዝ የተሻለ ቤት ሲኖረው ምናምን የሆነ ውስጣቸው ፊል ያደርጋሉ which means dissatisfaction አለ ማለት ነው dissatisfaction አለ ዘን የተሻለ ሰው ተከፋይ ይሆን ደግሞ ቀንም ሌሊትም ለመስራት ተነሳሽነት አለው ማለት አንችልም because those things are raised from different set of factors. Motivator factor creates that is what? Motivation, hygiene or dissatisfaction factor create what? Dissatisfaction. So here we'll see that is what? Importance of human resource management. One of the importance of human resource management, it contributes a lot in restoring the industrial harmony and health employer-employee relationship. And also, it establishes a mechanism for the administration of personnel services that are delegated to personnel departments. What is delegation? Delegation. Most of the time when you have seen delegation, then what? Put one of an individual in the absence of what? A manager. But delegation, it does not mean like this. Delegation means giving what? Responsibility. Delegation in የለመድ ነው ሰዎችን መወከል ነው አይደል? When the manager, he or she is absent in his office አይደል? But delegation again in all positions, all employees are delegated in their own position. Position means that is what? Their own tasks, their own jobs. ካሸርም ከሆነች ለምሳሌ በአካውንቲንግ ኮንሰፕት ካሸርም ከሆነች ካሸሯ ምን ነች? Cashier has or have what? His or her position. So እዛ ቦታ ላይ then what? Responsible ስትሆን ምን አለ ማለት ነው? Delegated. So delegation then ሰው ሲሄድ ብቻ ውክልና ማለት አይደለም. So ኃላፊነት ነው delegation. So delegation ደግሞ ሰው ከኃላፊነት ሳይኖር somebodyን ወክያለው ወክያታለው የሚባልበት ሳይሆን delegation in all aspects. የትኛውም ቦታ ላይ አሳይን ስንደረግ ምን እየሆነ ነው? delegated እየተደረገ ነው። responsibility እየተሰጠን ነው። accountability እየተሰጠን ነው። ለዛም most of the time delegation አሁን wrongly ነው practice የሚሆነው especially in our country. Delegate, when you delegate one of an individual, at that time that is what? We have to give accountability and responsibility. ውክልና እኮ with accountability ከተጠያቂነት ጋር ነው። But when I say the practice ስንመለከት ግን እዚህ ላይ እንዳትፈርም ወይም እንዳታደርግ especially in financial issue ላይ ምንም አይነት then what? Accountability ሆነ responsibility most of the time አይሰጥም። Delegation ግን ሁለቱንም ነው። Accountability with what? Responsibility. ሁለቱንም ነው። ስለዚህ የሆነ ቦታም ላይ ስንቀመጥ delegated ነን ሰው ወክሎንም one particular position ላይ ለሆነ short period of time assign ስንደረግም then at that time we are delegated. So that is one of the importance of human resource management. It establishes mechanism for administration of personnel service that are delegated to personnel departments. So we'll see that is human resource management objective. Earlier we have then about that is what is objective, what is goal. Here we'll see major objective of human resource management. One of the objectives of human resource management is to ensure effective utilization of human resource. What is effectiveness? What is efficiency? Already we have discussed. So to ensure effective utilization of human resource and to establish and maintain an adequate organizational structure relationship among all members of an organization. To establish and what? Maintain. To establish and maintain an adequate organizational structure, which is one of the managerial function, which is organizing. Then to generate a maximum development of human resource within organization, which is another objective of human resource management. Another objective or that is what? Aim of human resource management is to ensure respect for human beings by providing various service and welfare facility to personnel. To ensure the respect for what? Human being. to ensure respect for human being. Is there respect or not? Because የሰው ልጅ በተፈጥሮ ምንድነው? የሰው ልጅ በተፈጥሮ ምንድነው? አቤት ክቡር ነው አይደል?
ክቡር ነው።
ስለዚህ ክቡር ከሆነ ምን ይፈልጋል? ሪስፔክት ይፈልጋል። በእንተንም ብንሄድ በስፒሪቹዋልም ብንሄድ የሰው ልጅ ምንድነው? በፈጣሪ አምሳል የተፈጠረ ፍጡር ክቡር ነው አይደል? yes ስለዚህ ምን ይፈልጋል? ሪስፔክት ይፈልጋል። አሲ ማሽን ትሪት ልናረጋው አንችልም። But perhaps in the reality, a majority of manager or leader are looking their own employees as a machine. That's wrong. That is wrong. So one of the importance of human resource management is to ensure respect for human being by providing various service and welfare facility to the personnel, and to ensure reconciliation of individual groups goal with those of organization. To ensure reconciliation of what? Individual or what? Group.
Organization.
Yes. What is organization here? To ensure reconciliation of individual and group goal with those of organization. What is organization? What is organization? Let's say National Aviation College is one of organization, yes? What does mean it? When you have to say that is organization. If there is a number of building here, then at that time, then we can say that it's organization, institution, or company. What is organization? To ensure reconciliation of individual or group goal with those of organization. First, what is organization? How we aligned or link with people or person. Here it says what? To ensure reconciliation of individual or group goal with those of organization. So how we then what? Align, or that is what? Make a relationship with in person. So what is organization first? Anyone? Yes? Say something. What is organization? It is familiar terms, yes? Everybody you have to say the word organization. At least once per day you have to say the word organization. Yes or no? At least once per day you have to say organization. What is organization? So what is organization? Yes?
Okay.
How you
Maybe
define organization?
By organizations, we can say just maybe resources or things having the same objective.
Yes. So first of all, what is organization? Yes. What is organization?
To organize something means to bring together the togetherness of something, the oneness,
in
the
Amharic,
wholeness of something.
which is organization means
ህጋዊ ሰውነት የተሰጠው ህጋዊ ሰውነት የተሰጠው ካምፓኒ ድርጅት ማለት ነው።
ህጋዊ ሰውነት
የተሰጠው ያ ተጠያቂነት ያለበት ማለት ነው።
Yes, totally. There are 4 types of organization. Yes.
እንደ ሰው ይጠየቅ፣ እንደ ሰው ይከሰሳል።
Yes. Which one? እሱ ሌላ ነው። እሱ አራት አይነት በእኛ ሀገር ኮንቴክስት 5 ናቸው። በኢንተርናሽናል ኮንቴክስት 4 ናቸው። ሶል ፕሮፕራይተርሺፕ፣ ፓርትነርሺፕ፣ ኮርፖሬሽን እና ኮኦፕሬሽን። በእኛ ሀገር ኮንቴክስት ደግሞ የልማት ድርጅት የሚባል አለ፣ ፐብሊክ ፕሮፊት ኦርጋናይዜሽን። በእኛ ሀገር ኮንቴክስት 5 ናቸው። ያኛው ሸር ካምፓኒ የምንለው እሱ ነው የህጋዊ ሰውነት። but all those are what? Organization. First of all, what is organization?
Organization እንደሚመስለኝ ማለት ነው። እኔ እንደሚመስለኝ ሰዎች የተለያዩ ሰዎች ተሰባስበው አንድ አይነት ኦብጀክቲቭ አቺቭ ለማድረግ የሚቀሳቀሱበት ይመስለኛል።
Okay. Yes. What about others?
Okay.
Organization is entity. It has its own goals.
Yes.
Human resource and material resource to achieve a common goal or to achieve its vision. It has its own mission vision to achieve this mission, this vision by human resource and financial and material resource. This is organization, the entity organization or the institution.
Okay, yes. So organization means organization
Can I
means
add something, Doctor?
Yes.
Organization ቃሉ ልክ እንዲሁ እንደ መደርጀት ወይም ደግሞ ድርጅት የሚለውን ነገር ይተካዋል ኖርማሊና ለምሳሌ ኤግዛምፕል ማንሳት የምንችለው እኛ ውስጥ ያሉ ሴሎች ደርጅተው ነው የሚሰሩት ለኛ ያሉኛ for the existence of us ማለት ነው ቃሉ እንዲሁ they are well organized. Therefore the word organization comes into here ማለት ነው.
System.
Thank you.
System.
ልክ እነዚህ እንደ ፕሮሰስ እንደ ሲስተም አንድ ሆኖ ለአንድ ዓላማ መሰለፍ መቻል ይሄ ኦርጋናይዜሽን እንለዋለን ማለት ወይ መደርጀት እንለዋለን ማለት ነው።
ኦኬ yes
ሌላው ደግሞ
ላንጨምር
የሰዎች ግሩፕ ሆኖ ለአንድ ዓላማ ወይም የሆነ አቺቭ ለሚያደርጉት ለምሳሌ ቢዝነስ ከሆነ ፕሮፊት ማክሲማይዝ ለማድረግ ኦር ደግሞ ገቨርንመንታል ፓርቲዎች ምናምን ከሆኑ የሆነ ፓርቲ አቋቁሞ ሀገር ለመምራት አቺቭ ለማድረግ የሚያደርጉት ስብስብ that's organization ይመስለኛል እንደኔ
Okay, yes.
Okay. Continue. I think an organization is an organized group of people with a particular purpose or goal, such as a business or a government department. ያ ማለት አንድ ተቋም የተደራጀ ሰው ያለበት ወይም ደግሞ ማህበረሰብ ያለበት ለፓርቲኩላር ለራሱ ዓላማ የተቋቋመ ሆኖ መንግስት ያለውንም ሊሆን ይችላል ደግሞ ተቋም ሊሆን ይችላል ይሄ ተቋም ኦርጋናይዜሽን ሊሆን ይችላል የሚላል አይደል?
Okay, thank you. So when I'm saying organization is a group of individual or group of person who work together to achieve a particular goal or objectives. So organization means a collection of what? Individual. The composition of what? Individual. Work together to achieve what? Particular goal or objective. It does not mean what? A building. በርካታ ህንጻዎች ቢሰበሰቡ ሰው ከሌለ then we can say what? Organization. Organization means እንዳላችሁት የምንድነው? Organization ማለት የሰዎች ስብስብ ማለት ነው. The collection of individual. Which means what? Group or what? Team. But team and group also are different. What is the difference between the two? Group and team. Here it says that to ensure a reconciliation of individual or group. If we have to say team, what is the difference between group and team? Most of the time here also you have used that is what? Interchangeably. Groups and team. When you define both, then what? Both are what? A collection or a composition of two or more individual. So what is the difference between the two? Yes?
I think their difference is about the missions they have. For example, if it is a group, they do have a separate purpose. And if it is a team, they do have a collective purpose. And just in our slide, it's better to say a team rather than a group, because they should have to have a common goal that might usually fit with the organization's goal.
Okay, yes.
I think
okay.
A group is a collection of individuals who coordinates their individual effort. On the other hand, a group is, a team is a group of people who share a common team or purpose and a number of challenging goals. That means that team is better than a group.
Yes.
No, it's not about betterment for me.
Okay, I see.
That means group is team is better than a group.
Okay.
የግሩፖች ስብስብ ቲም ይሆናል የሚል ሐሳብ አለኝ።
Thank you. Let's say one of example. Let's say if you go to one particular cafeteria to drink something, it may be market or coffee with your friend, in together, that your composition is team or group. If you go to that particular cafeteria to drink something, it may be market or coffee, in together with your friend, then that your composition is team or group.
It's a group.
It's a group.
Group. Why not team?
Team is a group of peoples.
Let's say when it goes to football, When it goes to football. When it goes to football, you have to say team or group.
Yes,
team. Why?
They do have a common mission. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes, they do have a common mission,
common goal.
Yeah.
And also, all members are what? Actor or player. If one of the member, when in the football, he or she may not be properly playing, then what? The team is what? Failed. So all are what? A contribution. They play something. All are contributors. They are what? Player. So because of that, we have to say what? Team. Let's say in the previous example, if you go to that is a particular cafeteria to drink something, or coffee, in together with your friend, do you have any contribution to prepare that macchiato? Do you have a contribution? Do you have a contribution to prepare that macchiato or coffee?
No.
Yes? Do you have?
No.
Simply ask the waiter and what? Drink and come back. Which means you have not any contribution. ምንም ኤግዘርት ያደረጋችሁት ኢፈርት የለም። ስለዚህ ማኪያቶ ምንም በሌላ ሰው ነው የተሰራው። ዝም ብላችሁ አዘዛችሁ፣ ተጠቀማችሁ፣ ተመለሳችሁ። ስለዚህ ምንም ኮንትሪቢዩት ያደረጋችሁት ነገር የለም። ስለዚህ የእናንተ ስብስብ ሲምፕሊ ምንድነው? ግሩፕ ነው። So team is a maturity of what? Group. ለዚህ አሳይመንት ሲሰጥ አሳይመንት ለአምስት ወይ ለአስር አሳይመንት ልሰጥ እችላለሁ። So ምንድነው እሱ ስብስቡ? ቲም ኦር ግሩፕ? ቲም ነው የሚሆነው።
Team.
Because my expectation is what? All the members are what? Play something. They have their own contribution for accomplishment of what? That assignment. ስለዚህ assume የማደርገው assignment ለአምስት ስሩ ስል አምስቱም ምን ይሆናሉ ነው? የየራሳቸው ሚና አላቸው። ሁሉም ፓርቲሲፔት ያደርጋሉ ነው። ስለዚህ ምንድነው? ቲም ነው not group. ወዳስ is the reality ግን most of the time group ነው አይደል? ስናየው ግን group ነው. because በአንድ ሰው ወይ በምናምን ነው የሚሰራው ግሩፕ ነው። ሌላው ምንድነው? ዝም ብሎ አጃቢ ነው። ቲም የምንለው ግን አጃቢ የሚባል የለም። ጎስቱ ፉትቦል ብለናል ቅድም። ፉትቦል ላይ ማንቸስተር የምንበል አርሴናል የምንበል ጊዮርጊስም ቡና የምንበል ቲም ነው የምንለው። ለምን? ሁሉም ተጫዋቾች ኮንትሪቢዩት የሚያደርጉት ነገር አላቸው። ሁሉም ፕሌየር ናቸው። አንዱ በአግባቡ ባይጫወት ምን ይሆናል? ቲሙ ይሸነፋል። So here, when I've seen that is the objective of human resource management to ensure reconciliation of individual or group with those of organization, means with those of a group of individuals who work together to achieve organizational goal objectives. And another one is to identify and satisfy the need of individual by offering various monetary and non-monetary rewards. Totally, all these are known as compensation. What are they? There's a monetary rewards. What are the non-monetary rewards? What are the financial and non-financial rewards? We'll see. Next, it has its own chapter about compensation. So which is one of the objectives of human resource management. Another objective of human resource is to achieve and maintain high morale among employees in the organization by securing better human relations. To achieve and maintain high morale. What is morale? What is morale? What is the difference between morale and mood? Yes? ዛሬ ሙዴ ጥሩ አይደለም፣ ዛሬ ሞራል ጥሩ አይደለም ምናምን እንላለን። ምን ማለታችን ነው? ሞራል ምን ማለታችን ነው? ሙድ ስንል ምን ለመግለጽ ስንፈልግ ነው? ዛሬ ሙዴ ጥሩ አይደለም፣ ዛሬ ሞራል ምናምን እንላለን። what does mean? ምን ሜሴጅ ለማስተላለፍ ስንፈልግ ነው ሞራልን የምንጠቀመው? ምን ሜሴጅ ለማስተላለፍ ስንፈልግ ነው ሙድ ወይ ሙድነስ የምንጠቀመው? yes? What is moral and mood? Here, one of the objectives of human resource management is to achieve and maintain high moral. What does it mean? High moral. What is moral?
Okay.
What is moral? Yes?
When we talk about moral, we are referring our cognition part or the intellectual part. Whereas when we refer the mood, we are talking about our emotion. It's not my
Okay.
mood to go there.
Mood.
To go there, I can say so. It's not my
Okay.
mood to go there. I'm not in a good mood today. I'm telling my feeling, what I am
So
feeling.
mood is
It's all
related
about
with motivation. So
Emotion.
mood related with motivation.
Emotion, not
Emotion.
motivation. Of course.
What about
it could
moral?
be a motivation. Moral, it's about right and wrong of doing activities. It's the right time thing to do. It's wrong thing to do. We can say about. I think this one is.
ዛሬ ሞራል የለኝም ስትል ምን ማለት ነው? What does mean it? ዛሬ ሞራል የለኝም
ፊሊንግ ፍላጎት የለኝም ዛሬ ለማለት ነው።
ዛሬ ፍላጎት የለኝም። ሙዴስ ዛሬ ሙዴ ጥሩ አይደለም።
ፊሊንግ
ሞራሌ ተነክቷል።
ሞራሌ ተነክቷል እኮ ምን ለማለት ነው? ሞራሌ ተነክቷል ስትል ምን ማለት ነው?
ደስ የማይል ነገር በቃ የሆነ ደስ የማይል ነገር ስራው
I don't have that is a positive feeling today. Yes, that is mood or moral. I don't have to positive feeling today. Which is moral or mood?
ሰምቶኛል ማለት ይመስለኛል።
Moral means directly aligned with what? Motivation, yes?
Motivation, yeah.
Motivation. I don't have that is what? Driving force to do more and more, to read more and more, to then what? Read my handout or material. ዛሬ ሞራል ጥሩ አይደለም ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? በቃ የማንበብ ኃይል የለኝም ነው አይደል? I don't have that is what? Driving force. Either it is internal or external, extrinsic or extrinsic motor. When I see mood ስንል ግን ምን ማለታችን ነው? Feeling አይደል? I don't have positive feeling. Feeling mood ካልን ምን ነው? Directly aligned የሚሆነው ከፊሊንግ ጋር ነው። ፊሊንግ ዛሬ ጥሩ አይደለም ነው እንጂ ለመስራት አቅም የለኝም አይደለም። ሙዴ ጥሩ አይደለም means feeling ውስጥ internally ምን እያረኩ አይደለም? positively feel እያረኩ አይደለም። I have a negative feeling. Moral to align with similar with what? Motivation. ከሞቲቬሽን ጋር ነው የሚገናኘው። then mood ስንል ግን ከፊሊንግ ጋር ነው የሚያዘው. So here one of the objective of human resource management is to achieve and maintain high moral among employees in the organization by securing better human relation. Then next we'll see aspects to be studied under human resource management. So we'll see different elements of human resource management. One of the elements or aspects to be studied under human resource management is conducting job analysis, which means determine nature of each job, each tasks. We'll see in detail what is job analysis, how to conduct job analysis. Then another aspects to be studied under human resource management is human resource planning. And another one is selecting job analysis, which is selection, orientation, induction, training, motivation. All those are what? Aspects to be studied under human resource management. In other words, they are known as what? Element or component of human resource management. Aspects to be studied means that's what? Element or component of human resource management. What are they? The first one is job analysis. The second one is human resource planning. The third one is recruitment. The next one is selection. The next one is training and development and performance appraisal, reward, and separation. Which means human resource management የምንለው ከምን ይጀምራል? የሥራ ዝርዝር ከማውጣት እስከ ሰራተኛ ቀጥሮ መልምሎ ምናምን አድርጎ እስከ ማሰናበት ድረስ ያሉትን በሙሉ የያዘ that are known as component or element of human resource management. ስለዚህ aspects to be studied under human resource management means a study about component or element of human resource management. We should start from what? From job analysis, which is one of the managerial function, which is organizing. So component of human resource management systems, recruitment and selection, training and development, performance appraisal and feedback, pay and reward or labor relation. Then next we'll see function of human resource management. We can summarize that is all function of human resource management into 4. One is staffing, which include human resource planning, recruiting, and selection. We'll see one by one. What is human resource planning? How to conduct human resource planning? What is recruiting and how to recruit? What are the method of recruitment and source of recruitment? Selection procedure, selection step, and criteria. All this issue will address next. All these are categorized under one of the element or component of human resource management, which is staffing. It is another naming is human resource management. Human resource management and training and development, and which include orientation, training, and development itself. What is orientation? What is induction? What is training? What is development? Also, we'll see. All these are the second function of human resource management, which is training and development. The third one is motivation, then about performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? How to conduct performance appraisal, method of performance appraisal, means of performance appraisal, objective or goal of performance appraisal, and the reward, types of reward, and other issues we'll see in detail next. Then, which is one of function of human resource management, which is motivation. Another one is maintenance, safety and healthy communication, employee relation. So all these are aspects to be studied under human resource management. In other words, these are known as element or component of human resource management, which is here simply hearing people, preparing them, stimulating them, keeping them, which is element or function of human resource management. Next, we'll see strategic human resource management. First, what is a strategy? Simply, what is a strategy? We are talking about this mission, we are talking about vision, we are talking about goal, we are talking about objective, we are talking about activity, we are talking about schedule and program. What about strategy? What about strategy? What is strategy? Strategy. As a student, your desired goal is ግባችሁ ምንድነው ብለናል? እንደ ተማሪ ፐርሰናል ላይፋችሁ ላይ ግብ ሊኖራችሁ ይችላል። እንደ ተማሪ ግባችሁ ማስተርስ ዲግሪ በቢዝነስ አድሚኒስትሬሽን ወይም በሌላ ፊልድ ኦፍ ስተዲ መያዝ ነው። መቼ? ከ2 ዓመት ወይ ከ3 ዓመት በኋላ። ኦብጀክቲቫችሁ ምንድነው? በየሴሚስተሩ ጥሩ ውጤት ማምጣት። እንዴት? ዝም ብሎ አይመጣም። ምን ይፈልጋል? ምን ይፈልጋል? ማጥናት ይፈልጋል፣ መስራት ይፈልጋል። ታስክስ ያል ነው። ዝም ብሎ መስራት ደግሞ ዝም ብሎ ማጥናት ውጤታማ ያደርግም። ምን ይፈልጋል? ጥሩ ያጠናን ስልት ይፈልጋል። ኮዝ ያጠና ሁሉ ምን ስለማይል የተሻለ ውጤት ስለማያመጣ ማጥናት ብቻውን ውጤታማ አያደርግም። ምን ይፈልጋል? ጥሩ ያጠናን ዘዴ ይፈልጋል, which is what? Strategy. So strategy means it is a means or a way which help to arrive our goal, our objective, our mission and our vision. የምንፈልገው ግብ ላይ የሚያደርሰን means or way, that is what? Strategy. ስለዚህ ኦብጀክቲቫችን ጥሩ ውጤት ማምጣት ነው። ጥሩ ውጤት ለማምጣት ደግሞ መስራት አለብን። ለመስራት ደግሞ ስልት ያስፈልገዋል ወይም ታክቲክ የምንለው, but most of the time we have to say tactic እንለዋል, but tactic and strategy also they are different. ይለያያሉ, but ሁለቱም ስልቶች ናቸው። ስልት ያስፈልጋል ውጤታማ ለመሆን። When it comes to human resource, to manage human resource, then it needs what? Strategy. So because of that, here we are talking about, we'll see about strategic human resource management. What is strategy? Strategy is a statement that are linked to an individual or individual who are accountable and empowered to achieve the stated in specific desired time frame, which is a broad statement that set a direction, like policy, like guideline. You know that policy, you know guideline. Most also they are similar also. Then this strategy is a means or a way which help to arrive our goal, our objective, our mission, our vision. So that is strategic human resource management means it is a practice of attracting, developing, rewarding, and retaining employees for the benefit of both employees as individual and organization as a whole. So what is the difference between strategic human resource management and human resource management? Strategic human resource management and human resource management. A strategic human resource management is a branch of human resource management. A branch of human resource management. So when I've seen this human resource management, it focuses on effective, efficient utilization of human resource. What about human resource management? Human resource management is simply then what? Exercise all element or component of human resource management. So strategic human resource management is linked with human resource in strategic goal and objective. It means accepting and involving human resource function as strategy partner formulation. So strategic human resource management focus on human resource program with long-term objective. But human resource management focus on what? Properly implementing element or component of the human resource management. Strategic human resource management focus on human resource program with a long-term objective, but human resource management focus on properly implementation of human resource process or human resource component or human resource elements. That's the difference between the two. Then strategic human resource management and human resource management. Approaches of strategic human resource management. So we'll see implementing human resource strategy. When I've seen implementing human resource strategy, not only about that is strategy implementation. In all aspects, in all concern, then we spend less time for implementation rather than we spend more time for development and formulation. When I've seen that is strategy implementation also, all too often 80% of the time spent on strategic management is devoted to what? Design strategy. Only 20% of the time is spent on what? Implementation. This is a major problem in our country also. ብዙ ጊዜ ምን ይባላል? ያፈጻጸም ችግር ነው አይደል የሚባለው? ያፈጻጸም ችግር because ይሄንንም ሶልቭ ለማድረግ በተቻለ መጠን አሁን ሪሰንት የሆነ የማኔጅመንት ቱል ፕራክቲስ እያተደረገ ነው። ምንድነው የሚባለው? ዴሊቨሮሎጂ አይደል? ዴሊቨሮሎጂ አንዱ 80-20% ምን ለማድረግ ነው? ቫይስ ቨርሳ ለማድረግ ነው። 20% ለፎርሙሌሽን 80% ለኢምፕሊሜንቴሽን እንስጥ የሚለውን ፕሪንሲፕል ይዞ የመጣ ማኔጅመንት ቶት ነው። አሁን when I see the reality ግን 80% of the time spent for formulation and development, only 20% of the time spent for implementation. So that is what? ስለዚህ success is ብዙም በሚፈለገው በሚጠበቀው ልክ አይሆንም. Then here we'll see about benefit of strategic human resource management. It has many of benefits. So I think it is clear. Then you can read this one.
ARP ምንድን ነበር? ይቅርታ.
Yes.
ARP የሚባለው ምንድነው? ዘመናዊ የማኔጅመንት ሲስተም እየዘረጉ ነው ብዙ በመስሪያ ቤቶች ማለት ነው። ARP ለምሳሌ ኦራክል ላይ እንደዚህ አይነት ሲስተሞች እየዘረጉ ነው። ለምሳሌ ባንኮች፣ ኢንሹራንሶች፣ ትልቅ ድርጅቶች ቴሌንም ጨምሮ ማለት ነው። ይሄንንም በዚሁ እንድትነግረን ፈልጌ ነው።
እሱም one of the management tools. There are different management tools. እንደውም በእኛ ሀገር ላክ አድርገናል እንጂ ወደ ኋላ ዲሌይ አድርገናል እንጂ እኮ ሌሎች እኮ 6 ሲግማ ላይ ሁሉ ደርሰዋል። አሁን እኛ ጋር ስለ BPR፣ ስለ BSC፣ ስለ ካይዝን ነው እያወራን ያለ ነው። ይሄ ኦልሞስት በሌላ ሀገር ስትሄዱ ኖርም ሆኗል። ለምሳሌ ጃፓን ብትሄዱ ወይም የሆነ ሀገር ሌላ ሀገር አሜሪካን ብትሄዱ እነኚህ ነካይዝን የጃፓን ኢስተርኖች ናቸው። BPR ደግሞ የምዕራቡ የአሜሪካ ነው። ስለዚህ እዛ አሁን ብትሄዱ ካልቸር ነው። በቃ BPR የሚለውንም ኮንሴፕት አሁን አያነሱትም። ኦልሬዲ ምን ብለውታል? ተለማምደውታል። እኛ ጠዋት ስንነሳ ልብስ መልበስ፣ ቁርስ መብላት፣ ምናምን መታጠብን ማንም እንዲነግረን አሁን ስለሱ አናስብም። ኦልሬዲ ምን አድርገናል? ኖርም አድርገናል። እነሱም ይሄንን ኦልሞስት አሁን ተላምደውት ይሄ ምንም ለነሱ norm ሆኗል norm means an acceptable standard of behavior shared by all members or all societies or citizens ስለዚህ አሁን ምን ሆኗል ይሄንን አሁን አዳዲስ ቱሎችን ቴክኖሎጂዎችን እየተጠቀሙ ነው ስለዚህ በእኛም ሀገር አሁን ቪፒአርን ጀመርን ከዛ ደግሞ እነ ቢኤስ ሲመጣ ካይዝን አሁን ደግሞ ዴሊቨሮሎጂ ቲአር አሁን የተባለውም ኦር በእንተንም እኮ ፋይናንስ ሴክተሩም እኮ እየተቀየረ ነው ፋይናንስ ሴክተሩም እየተቀየረ ነው የአሜሪካን ስታይል ነበር የምንጠቀመው አሁን ደግሞ ወደ ማን መተናል የእንግሊዝ ስታይል ነው እየተጠቀምን ያለ ነው ስለዚህ ምን ይሆናል አዳዲስ ቴክኖሎጂ ማኔጅመንት ቱሎችን በእኛም ሀገር እየተሞከሩ ነው whether are successful or not then የራሳቸው ፌለሪቲ ይኖራቸዋል because በእኛ ሀገር ፕሮፐርሊ ኢምፕሊመንት ስለማይሆን ስለዚህ እንደተገለጸው አሁን የተባለው በእኛ አንዱ የማኔጅመንት ቱል ነው የማኔጅመንት ቱል ነው ኔክስት ደግሞ ወደ ሌሎችም just in time six sigma or many of management tools are techniques are there እዚህ እነሱ አሁን ብዙም ውጤታማ ናቸው አይደለም ገና ሜጀር ያልተደረጉ ቱሎች ናቸው ገና ኢምፕሊሜንቴሽን ስቴጅ ላይ ያሉ ናቸው እዚህ ኤክስፔክት የሚደረገው እነኛውን ባንክ ጀምሮታል ቴሌ ጀምሮታል ሌሎችም የእንትኖች የመንግስታዊ ድርጅት እየጀመሩት ነው ኔክስት ግን ኤክስፔክት የሚደረገው ፕራይቬት ድርጅቶችም ስፔሻሊ ማኑፋክቸሪንግ ካምፓኒዎች እንደ ካይዝን ይጠቀሙታል የሚል ኤክስፔክቴሽን አለ ምን ይሆናል we'll see እሱን ምናየው ይሆናል ስለዚህ አንዱ የማኔጅመንት ቱል ነው እሱ ውጤታማነትን ያመጣል ውጤታማ ያደርጋል ተብሎ ኤክስፔክት የተደረገ የማኔጅመንት ቱል ነው ወይም ሪፎርም ቱል የምንለው yes shall we proceed yes
yeah you can proceed doctor
Okay, barriers of strategic human resource management. The main reason is lack of growth of strategy or failure. Then many of barriers are there, many of obstacles, many of limitation for successful implementation of human resource management. Let's say one of barriers of strategic human resource management is inducing the vision and mission of change effort. This problem is not only that for employees problem, but also it is a management problem also, manager's problem. ለምሳሌ የመስሪያ ቤት ተቋም ኃላፊዎች ብዙ ጊዜ የተቋማቸው ሚሽን እና ቪዥን ምንድነው ብትሏቸው እንኳን ማኔጀር ሆኖ እንኳን የማያውቀው አለ አይደለም ሰራተኛ ስለዚህ አንዱ ባሪየር ምንድነው ማህበረሰቡ የተቋሙን ራዕይ ተልዕኮ በአግባቡ ያለ መረዳት ችግር አንዱ ባሪየር ነው ወዴት ነው የሚሄደው ተቋሙ ምንድነው መሆን የሚፈልገው የሚለው ነገር ሁሉም ማህበረሰብ ኦን አለማድረጉ ሁሉም ማህበረሰብ ኢኳል አንደርስታንዲንግ አለመኖሩ ሁሉም ማህበረሰብ ኦን ቦርድ አለመምጣቱ አንዱ ባሪየር ነው high resistance due to lack of cooperation then resistance also has its sound reason it has its sound factor resistance ዝም ብሎ አይመጣም interdepartmental conflicts ለምሳሌ የተለመደው ግዢ የሰው ሀብት ፋይናንስ እርስ በርሳቸው one of the barriers then አንተ እኔና የሚመለከተኝም አንተ ነው የሚመለከተኝ ያንተ ስራ ነው dysfunctional conflict means disagreement among the member as you know that is there are two types of conflict ሁለት አይነት conflict ነው ያለው functional conflict and dysfunctional conflict ተቋማዊ ከሆነ ለስራ የሚባል ኮንፍሊክት ከሆነ ለምሳሌ ብዙ ጊዜ እኛ ሀገር ስራዎች የሚሰሩት በኮሚቴ ነው ኮሚቴ ውስጥ አለመግባባት ቢፈጠር አላማው ምንድነው ለስራ ነው ስለዚህ እና አይነት ኮንፍሊክቶች ኢምፖርታንት ናቸው ጠቃሚ ናቸው because ካልተጋጨ የተሻለ ነገር አይሰራም ፐርሰናል ሲሆን ግን ምን ይሆናል ፐርሰናል ሲሆን ፕሮብሌም ይሆናል so if there is interdepartmental conflict especially if there is a dysfunctional conflict which is one of the barrier of strategic human resource management and commitment of the senior management team or top management commitment then there are many of barriers here there are many of barriers for successful implementation of strategic human resource management and also next we'll see organizational culture what is culture what culture and norms are more or less the same their difference is scope culture is more broad than norms. When you define the two, culture and norms, both are unacceptable standard of behavior. When it is shared by small groups, that is norm. When it is shared by large groups, that is culture. If as a society level, as a citizen level, as a community level, if there is an acceptable standard of behavior, that is culture. If there is an acceptable standard of behavior which is reflected by the same in small members, that is norm. ለምሳሌ በክላስ ደረጃ ከሆነ በትምህርት ቤት ደረጃ ከሆነ ለምሳሌ የሃይ ስኩል ተማሪ የኤሌመንተሪ ተማሪ ወይም የዩኒቨርሲቲ ተማሪ መንገድ ላይ ሲንቀሳቀስ ይሄ የዩኒቨርሲቲ ተማሪ ነው ምናምን የሃይ ስኩል ተማሪ ነው ብለን ዲፈረንሺየት እናደርጋለን ዝም ብለን በማየት ብቻ because all organizations have their own culture. It is a composition of what? Belief, which is a composition of what? Value and assumption or philosophy. So all organizations have their own culture. Organizational culture refers to the basic assumption and belief shared by member of an organization. It can be recognized by observed behavior. Observed behavior. Behavior means a reflection of what? Attitudes. Attitude is feeling, whether negative or positive feeling, liking and disliking. When you that is what? Reflect it is in a visible way, that is what? Behavior. ውስጣችን ያለውን ነገር ደስተኛ ስንሆን ደስተኛ ፊት እናሳያለን ዘንድ ውስጣችን ሲከፋን ሀዘን ፊት እናሳያለን ስለዚህ የምናሳየው ነገር የፊሊንጋችን ነጸብራቅ ነው ሶ ያ ነጸብራቅ ምንድነው ቢሄቨር ውስጣችን ያለው ፊሊንግ ግን that is what attitude whether it is positive or negative like or dislike is what attitude so behavior is a reflection of attitude so if it is observable then that maybe that is what acceptable standards. So when it is acceptable standard, then we can say that culture. So all organization. When I've seen element of organizational culture, then observed behavioral regularity, norms, dominant values, philosophy, role of games, and feeling of culture. All those are element or component of organizational culture. So culture is a composition of all elements, norms, philosophy, rule of game, and feeling of climates. Then strategic human resource policy benefits. It has many of benefits. So we'll see this one next. If you have any comment, if you have any suggestion, if you have any idea, you can raise any idea. Whether it may be comment, it may be suggestion, or it may be question. Yes? Okay. You can raise any idea, any
Thank
comment,
you very much.
any suggestion.
Okay, can I go on, sir? Okay.
Yes.
በተለይ የተወሰኑ ሂማን ኤሌመንት የነበሩትን በተለይ ኖርማሊ እነዚህ ስኪል የሚባሉትን የሰማይ ነው አይደል ዶክተር ሶሪ
የሰማው ነው
እነዚህ ሂማን ኤሌመንት ውስጥ ከነበሩት እንደነ ስኪል አይነት አንዳንዶቹ ደግሞ በተለይ ከኮግኒሽን ጋር የተያያዙ ፋክተሮችን ወይም ደግሞ የሰው ልጆች የነበሩትን ብቃቶች ወደ አርቲፊሻል ኢንተለጀንስ እንዲሁ ቅድም ብራዘር one of my brothers ሲያነሳቸው ከነበሩ ነገር ለምሳሌ ARP ኤምፕሎይ ወይም ደግሞ አንድ ድርጅት እንግዲህ
በቴክኖሎጂ የተደገፉ ስራዎችን ማድረግ ነው
ስራዎችን እንሰራለንና
ምንድነው የሚባለው ይሄ አሸንጉሊት እንትኑ ምንድነው
artificial
robotics
እንደ ሮቦቲክስ እነዛ ማሽኖችን እነዚህ ሁሉ ብቃቶችን በተለይ በአሁን ሰዓት ያለው አስተሳሰብ ራሱ እንዲሁ ስንመለከተው ሰው በሰው የሚሰሩ ስራዎችን እነዚህ ኢሞሽናል የሆኑትን እንደነ ክሪኤቲቪቲ እንደነ ትረስት ኦሪየንትድ እንደነ ከስተመር ኤክስፒሪየንስ አይነት ካልሆነ በስተቀር በአርቲፊሻል ኢንተለጀንስ መተካት አለበት ኢቭን የሜሞሪ ስራዎችንም እንኳን ወደ አርቲፊሻል መሄድ አለበት ይላልና እዚህ ላይ ዲስከስ እናደርገው ደግሞ እንደ ዲፊኒሽንም human resource
የራሱ ድሮባክ
ይኖረዋል of course yes ግን እንደ ዲፊኒሽን ስናያቸው እነዚህ ኤሌመንቶችን ኢንኮርፖሬት ስላላደረገ ይመስለኛል ማለት ዲፊኒሽኑ እንዲሁ ሲመለከተው እነዚህ ኤሌመንቶች በሙሉ ለሰዎች ሰጥቶ እነዛስ እንዴት ነው በምን አይነት ለምሳሌ የሂውማን ኤሌመንት የነበሩ እንደነ ስኪል እንደነ ኮግኒሽን ፋክተሮችን ማሰብ ፕላን ማድረግ ምናምን በማሽን መስራት እንችላለን አሁን በተለይ ደግሞ ሪክሩትመንት ሴሌክሽን የመሳሰሉ ነገሮችን ቢሆን ማለት ምክንያቱም ወደ ኦብጀክቲቭ ኢቭን ዲሲዥን ሜኪንግ ራሱ DSS ሚል አንድ ትልቅ የቴክኖሎጂ ኤሌመንት አለ በሱ በኩል ዲሲዥን ዲሳይድ ማድረግ እንችላለን ማለት ነው ማኔጅመንትን ሰፖርት ያደርጋል እሱ እንደዚህ የመሳሰሉ ነገሮችን እዚህ ሂውማን ሪሶርስ ውስጥ እንዴት ነው የምናያቸው ለማለት ነው ያው ብዙ ኢነርጂ አለ ከኢነርጂ መሃል ወደዛ ስለሚወሰዱ ነውና what can we say about this
አሳዋለኝ እዚህ ጋር ይሄ ነገር እኔ ደጋፊው ነው በርግጥ ማለት ኤክስትሪምሊ ባይሄድ ጥሩ ነው ግን እነኚህ ነገሮች የመጡት የሰዎች የማሰብ ብቃት ከፍታን ነው የሚያሳየው በርግጥ እነኚህ አርቲፊሻል ኢንተለጀንስ የሚባለው እኛን እንዳያጠፋን ያው መጠንቀቅ ያስፈልጋል በርግጥ እንዳይጎዳን ማለት ግን የኛ የማሰብ ውጤት ስለሆነ እንደውም ነገሮችን በጣም ያቀልልናል የግድ ድሮ በበሬ የሚታረሰው ዛሬ በሄሊኮፕተር ማሽን ራሱ ሊያርስ ይችላል የማሽን በሬ ብናገኝ እንጣጣሉኛ ማሽኑ ራሱ በሬ ሆኖ ቢያርስልን ወደዚህ ከቀየር ነው ማለት ነውና የብቃት ውጤት ነው ግን በማይጎዳን መልኩ ቢሆን ነው እንተምለው እንጂ ብዙ የሚያሰጋ አይመስለኝም በግል ኤችአር ደግሞ እነኚህ ቴክኖሎጂዎች እንዲፈጠሩና የተሻለ ነገሮችን ቀለል እንዲሉ ጋምብሊንግ እንዳይኖር በቃ ወደ እውነት እንዲጠጋ ነገሮች ዲሲሽኑ ወደ እውነት እንዲጠጋ የሚያግዝ ይመስለኛልና አመሰግናለሁ
yes እኔ እንደዛ አይደለም ይስል የነበረው ወደ ሌላ ወሰደው መሰለኝና እኔ ያልኩ ያለሁት ሂማን ሪሶርስ እንደ ማኔጅመንት ወይም ደግሞ እንደ ማኔጅመንት ሳይንስ ነውና እንደ ሳይንስ እንዴት ነው ለዚህ የሚሆን ሪዞሉሽኑ what can we say about such kind of solutions ምክንያቱም የሂማን ኢምፕሊመንት ናቸው እነዚህ የሚያዙት እነዚህ አርቲፊሻል ኢንተለጀንስ ነገሮችን እነ ዲሲሽን ሜኪንግም እነ ፕላኒንግም እነ ሪክሩትመንት እነ ሴሌክሽን we can do these things in machine
yes
በሮቦቶች መስራትን መከወን እንችላለንና ይጎዳናል አይጎዳናል
the purpose or ultimate goal of this one is what to make it effective and efficient and to make it easy አይደል ቀላል ለማድረግ ነው ይሄንን የምንጠቀመው ቴክኖሎጂ የምንጠቀመው እነኚህን የምንላቸው ነገሮች ሞር ሰብጀክቲቭ እንዳይሆኑ ሞር ፐርሰናላይዝ እንዳደረጉ ሞር ቢያዝን ሰው በተፈጥሮ ምንድነው ሰልፊሽ ነው ቢያዝን ይኖራል ሰልፍ ሰርቪንግ ቢያዝ ለራሴ ቆርሶ አያሳንሱ የሚባለው ነገር በሰው ህይወት ላይ ማሽን ከሆነ ግን ምን ይሆናል ቢያዝን ያስቀራል ዘን ስለዚህ አፈጻጸምን ያስተካክላል በሚል ቴክኖሎጂ መጠቀም ለዚህ ፕሮሰስ ለሂውማን ሪሶርስ ማኔጅመንት ሂውማን ሪሶርስ ኤሌመንት ለምንላቸው ከጆብ አናሊሲስ ጀምሮ እስከ ሰፓሬሽን ድረስ ቴክኖሎጂ መጠቀም እንችላለን ዘን በሮቦቶች መከወን እንችላለን በአስተሳሰብ ደረጃ ከመጣን ግን የሰውን ልጅ ያክል ያስተሳሰብ ደረጃ የሚያክል የፈለገው ሮቦት ቢሰራ አይደርስም ሰው በተፈጥሮ ኮምፕሌክስ ነው ለምሳሌ በእንትን ሄዱ የጤና ዘርፍ ላይ ስትሄዱ በርካታ የጤና ብራንቾች ናቸው የሰው ልጅ የሚያጠና የተለያየ ብራንች ስቲል የሰው ልጅ ግን ተጠንቶ አያልቅም ግን ያለውን ነገር ኢዚ ለማድረግ የተሻለ ለማድረግ ፈጣን ለማድረግ አሁን ወደ ሮቦት ቴክኖሎጂ እየመጣ ነው የሰው ልጅ ግን አይተኩ ስለዚህ የምንሰራቸውን ስራዎች እነኚህም ሂውማን ሪሶርስ ኤሌመንቶች ወይም ኮምፖነንቶች ያልናቸውን ዊዝ ቴክኖሎጂ አውቶሜት በማድረግ ምን ማድረግ እንችላለን ማሳለጥ እንችላለን ስለዚህ ሰፖርተር ነው ቴክኖሎጂ ኦኬ hello
yes
so if you have any comment any suggestion any idea so raise
thank you doctor.
say something
thank you
how we continue
thank you very much yeah
እንዴት ነው የምንቀጥለው ምንድነው አስተያየት ካላችሁ then if you
አሪፍ ነው በዚሁ ቀጥሉ ነው
ምንም ኮሜንት የለም no comment
yes
shall we continue the same
yeah it's good
okay thank you bye have a good night
doctor
you too bye
በትምህርት ከፍ ብሎ መብረር ይቻላል ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ከከፍተኛ ትምህርት አግባብነትና ጥራት ኤጀንሲ ሙሉ ዕውቅናን ባገኘንባቸው በማስተርስ ዲግሪ MBA በስትራቴጂክ ማኔጅመንት MBA በባንኪንግ እና ፋይናንስ MBA በቢዝነስ ሊደርሺፕ MBA በሪስክና ኢንሹራንስ MSc በኢንተርናሽናል ትሬድ እና ኢኮኖሚክስ ዘርፎች በእውቀት ለመቅረጽ የበቁ ፕሮፌሰሮቻችን አረንጓዴ መብራታቸውን አብርተዋል በነገራችን ላይ በኬንያ ሀገር ከሚገኙ ስመጥር ዩኒቨርሲቲዎች በሚመጡ ፕሮፌሰሮች የትኩረት መስክ ትምህርቶቹ መሰጠታቸው ልዩ ያደርገናል በምርጥ የትምህርት ስርዓት የተገነባው ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ በመጀመሪያ ዲግሪ በአቪዬሽን ማኔጅመንት፣ በሆቴል ማኔጅመንት፣ በአካውንቲንግና ፋይናንስ፣ በማርኬቲንግ ማኔጅመንት አስተማማኝ ትምህርት ይገቢውና ራስዎንና ሀገሮን ይለውጡ። አድራሻ 22 አደባባይ ወደ ሾላ በሚወስደው መንገድ ላይ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ህልሞን እውን ያደርጋል።